Welcome back. GoPro IBA World Tour stop number 4, the Itacoatiara Pro. I'm your host for the IBA World Tour, Eric Apple, joined by world champion PLC and the winner of our last qualifying event here in South America that was on the other side of South America, though, Antofagasta, Chile. And we are into our seventh of 8 heats here in this round. Again, Diego Gilberto, Adriano Minguta, Pedro Valim, and Tomas Toledo are in this heat. We're going to have some scores coming through. Just one or two waves ridden thus far. Pedro Valim right there in the yellow with a 3.25. And PLC, tell us what you've been up to in the last couple of days since you've been here in Itacoatiara.
Yeah, the waves haven't been really on since I'm here. So I've been surfing every day anyway. Really, really small conditions, like much more than what we have today. So I had to wait a couple of days before they run the event, and just keeping fit, just running on the beach, paddling, eating acai, just cruising, and getting ready for the event. And looks like it's gonna be on tomorrow. So
now, after we've been in the cold water of Chile, it's got to be nice to get over here to the warm waters and just surfing in trunks every day, right?
No, it's so different. In Chile, we had the reef and cold water, big swells, and here we just arrived here. We're in board shorts, small waves, and just a little bit of holiday before tomorrow, really.
This is yellow, Pedro Valim on a second wave. Big roll right there. And you know what's interesting is, I see white, Adriano Minguta. I was going to tell you, Pierre, that it's interesting that Rio is on the same latitude as Arica.
Yeah, okay. Is it? That's why there's not much time difference, huh?
No. That'd be longitude. I'm saying like north and southwise.
Okay.
It's straight across on the map.
Yeah, straight across, yeah.
So, but the difference in the temperature is amazing, right? It's so much warmer here, and the water is so much warmer. And that's because of that Humboldt current over there on the other side of South America that brings the cold water. That Humboldt current, for those of you who don't know, goes all the way across the Southern Ocean from New Zealand to the bottom of South America, and then it hits South America and turns northward and brings all that cold water up to Chile and makes it so much colder than it would be normally.
That's good.
But we don't have that here, do we? We don't got that problem. The water here is, I don't know, I'd say 25 degrees?
Yeah, 24, 25. It's warm. It's like Hawaii in winter.
I would say it's a little bit warmer than Hawaii.
Even warmer, okay. So 16 minutes remaining, and yet Tomas Toledo and Diego Roberto haven't got a wave yet. And it's Pedro Valim so far in the lead with a 3.25 and a 3.75. Adriano Minguta got a 5 point on the back foot.
So again, 4 minutes through this 20-minute heat. And man, these conditions have been so challenging, but we know the waves here at Itacoatiara can really get just absolutely pumping, and they can get some real power. And I don't know if you can tell, but I mean, this is the first time I surfed here, and I went out in the water last night, and even when the waves are really small, I was just see red taking off, forward spin in the white water. This is Diego Alberto. But even in head-high waves last night, I caught a couple waves just playing around before dark, and you could feel that it is powerful here. You could tell the difference even when the waves are small, correct?
It is really powerful. It's one of the most powerful beach break I ever surfed, and even in small conditions like today and last night, you feel that power. You have to be, you just feel the power. I mean, so when it's big, when it's like 10 or 12 foot, it's as powerful as Mexico, if not more powerful.
As Puerto Escondido?
Yeah, easy, if not more powerful, because it's a shore break. It's just.
Now tell me about, are there currents and undertows like there are in Puerto Escondido?
Yeah, it's very similar. I really think it's similar.
Okay, red, up and riding Diego Alberto. He has a 3.13. Rolls through the white water right there. And back to what you were saying, Pierre. You said it feels similar. Are there currents here that are strong like Porto?
Yeah, but it's a beach break. I mean, it's very hard to know when it's big what the beach break is gonna do. It usually brings a current wherever you are, and that's why I found it really similar. I surfed big Itacoatiara and I surfed big Puerto, and I really felt like I found it harder here.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right now Isabella Sousa is down on the beach with our heat winner from heat number 6. Isabella, take it away.
Hello everyone, I have here Anas Hada, the winner of the last heat. He pretty stoked to win that heat.
Yeah, I'm very stoked to win this heat. It was difficult to catch some good waves. It was a wind so strong. I catched finally the best wave, and I do some one of my best backflips. I get nine something, and I'm very stoked.
Talk about this backflip. When you found the wave and when you pedal to the wave, you saw that you do to do a really backflip like that.
Yeah, just take some space and that's it. I can't. I didn't wait to do something else. Just flipping backflips.
Yeah, sick. Congratulations, mate. And then you want to see something to home, some stuff?
Yeah, of course I wanna talk in Arabic. الدراري شكرا بزاف اللي كنتو كتفرجوا فيا ان شاء الله نديرو اون بون ريزولتا فهاد لا كومبيتيسيون وميرسي بزاف ميرسي بزاف السلام عليكم.
Mabruk. Back to you, Eric.
And that's world champion Isabella Sousa down on the beach with Anas Adar. And continuing to talk about comparing Itacoatiara to Porto Escondido. I mean, I was just telling Pierre that in my experience at Porto Escondido is some of the heaviest waves I've ever been in and some of the most difficult conditions as far as safety. I mean, when it's big in Porto Escondido, for those of you who have never been there, the rip currents and the undertow are as bad as anywhere I've ever seen in the world. And the one dangerous thing about Porto Escondido is when it's really big is to see white taking off in a little barrel on the left. Adriano Menguta not able to come out of that. But in Porto Escondido, when the waves are really big, after each wave breaks, there's a current that pulls you not sideways to the beach, it pulls you straight out. Pulls you straight back out the ocean, back to the impact zone. And that's what's really dangerous, as we see yellow, Pedro Valim. But, I mean, so basically, I mean, you could take one wave on the head, and if you were, say, at Pipeline, you'd get blown up and pushed in and over the channel.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd either be close to the beach or you'd be in the channel towards that Hukai. But Porto, you take a wave on the head, come up, the current pulls you back to the impact zone, and you do it all over again, and it just repeats itself over and over. As you see Thomas Toledo in the blue.
So that's dangerous part of something big beach wreck. Similar place is Nazaré too in Portugal. It's exactly the same concept.
Just wave after wave, and you
just wave after wave, just in the same spot.
Oh,
you never get pushed away to shore.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
And you could take 10 waves on the head, and when it's 20 feet, it just sucks.
It's gnarly.
I had an experience there where I was in Porto, and it was big the whole time. And it was like I almost drowned every day. I thought I was gonna drown.
Wow.
And it gets to the point where it's so big that you don't want to take waves. See nobody going that way, but a set will come and you're paddling, and you almost don't want to take the wave because if the wave closes out and you have to duck out the back, then you're caught inside, and it's a nightmare. So it's almost like you're like, oh, should I take this wave? Should I not take this wave? Like, I don't know. It's like you're concerned the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, big Puerto Escondido is nuts experience.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, yeah. Like you can, we were happy. We were glad we had the jet ski assistance when back in 2011 when it was huge, and that really helped.
You see red up and riding, a roll right there for Diego Alberto, the Brazilian. He's trying to improve upon a 2.25, and it looks like he will with that. And man, the conditions are really getting challenging for these guys. It's hard for them to find waves with very much open face, or waves that are going to offer more than just one maneuver.
Just getting ready for the next hit. We're going to have Bernardo Geronimo that's getting ready right here, a man from Portugal.
And he's put on a short sleeve full suit.
Yeah. It's kind of cold as I win. I'm sure a lot of Portuguese riders are watching right now. I just want to say hello to them. And here we have our only representative from Portugal in trials. Also is Rui Pereira that will start in round 4.
Why do you think these guys are wearing, full suits like this? Is it that cold?
Maybe it's just cold. I don't know.
I mean, the water.
I will not be able to wear.
Look at that.
Wow.
Adriano Menguta with a big flip right there, especially for that size of a wave, right?
Especially for that size of the wave. This is the crazy part.
So he has a 5 and a 2.38. He's going to get rid of that 2.38 right now. and he's going to extend his lead. And that was some huge amplitude right there for a wave of that size.
Oh, this wave's that was a small wave, and
Look.
that was nuts. That was insane from the man in white, Adriano Mingueta from Brazil, another Brazilian in this event.
So waiting for a score to come through for him. We'll pass it on to you in just a moment as soon as we're able to get it. .775 coming through for Adriano Mingueta, and that score right there is basically a reflection of the small stature of the wave, but the big nature of the maneuver. So a 5 and a 6.75 for him. He's in the lead. Pedro Valim needs an 8 if he wants to move into first place. Diego Alberto with a total of 6.25 needs a 3.05 if he wants to move through to the next round, and Thomas Toledo needs a 3.17. So third, fourth are very, very capable of getting the scores that they need to make it through the heat.
Yeah. So Adriano Mingueta in the lead. It's really windy at the moment. The wind just picked up compared to this morning. We had an accident in the booth earlier with when I was commentating with Dallas Singer. The roof just fell on his head.
Lucky he didn't get hurt, huh?
He survived.
I'm so used to getting hit in the head. Do you think I would have noticed?
Yeah.
I still would have noticed. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. Here in the 7th of 8 heats in round number 3 of our trials event. Again, Adriano Mingueta in first place with a 5 and a 6.75. And after him, it's a battle for second between Diego Alberto, Pedro Valim, and Thomas Toledo.
Next heat's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good next heat. Well, the man in yellow looking for a wave. He's currently in third right and looking for a 4.85. There's a lot of wave ridden in the hit compared to Chile, for instance. People catch at least 5 waves each minimum in the competition.
Look at these sets over here. So swell is definitely showing up, isn't it, PLC?
Yeah, we are so lucky. To be honest, I wasn't expecting a condition like that this morning. And here we see red with a nice spin to roll combo and another roll to finish.
So 3 maneuvers on that wave right there for red, Diego Alberto, who will close the gap between himself and first place Adriano Mingueta. But more importantly, he will spread the gap between him and third and fourth place. As you see, rider in yellow, Pedro Valim.
Unable to make that roll right now. Diego Roberto got a 4.75 recently, but I don't think it was the last wave. So we're waiting for that score, because Diego Roberto actually already jumped into second place. So
yeah, that wasn't a score from the last wave, I don't believe.
No.
And Pedro Valim, I mean, he still has some pretty small scores, a 3.2 and a 3.7. So he's looking to get on the board with at least a good ride.
And Diego with a spin and 2 rolls. And here we go.
6.95 for Diego Roberto. So good score for Diego, moving him up to 11.7. He's very, very close actually to Adriano Mingueta. But more importantly, he has extended his lead over third and fourth place and increasing his chances of making it to the next round. Now at this point, Pedro Valim needs a 7.95 and Thomas Toledo needs a 7.87 if he wants to move on to the next round. And those are going to be tough scores to get in these conditions, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you have to be a bit lucky with your wave selection, and it's really hard because it breaks so close to the shore. You don't have much time to do a move, and I was pretty impressed by seeing Diego Roberto doing 3 maneuvers, spin, takeoff, and 2 rolls. It's the first time I see this morning since I'm commentating, and yeah, well done. 6.95, well rewarded.
Yeah. We see in white Lucas Isnar down there on the beach getting ready, and this is yellow Pedro Valim. He needs a 7.95. Could be close right there with a nice ARS into a roll on the sand. Again, it was a smaller wave, but 2 open face maneuvers, and that's what it takes to get the big scores here at Itacoatiara in the trials.
Yeah, that was an interesting wave. I don't know if it's going to be a 7.95 because the wave was kind of small, but it's going to improve on his 3.25, that's for sure. And yeah, let's see. I don't know. It could. I don't know. Let's wait the score. But if you compare it with the 6.75 of Adriano earlier, I think the wave was similar, so I don't think it's going to be more than 7.95.
Okay, a 6.38. 6.38 for Pedro Valim, who now only needs a 5.3 with over 3 minutes. This is red, Diego Alberto.
And yeah, goes for the big Erolo at the end, and yeah, that was a nice, that was a nice wave. That could be better than his second best score. It was a clean landing, so that's what the judge want to see today, because it's so close to the shore. You have to show that you landed before the wave actually finished right on the sand. So that's good.
So again, a 4.75 and a 6.95 are the scores that count for Diego Roberto. Pedro Valim in yellow, he needs a 5.33. He needs to get rid of that 3.75 that he still has. Thomas Toledo needs a 7.87. He's still ways back and forth, and here he is. ARS there through the lip as the wave closes out around him. All right, Pedro Valim right here. He needs a 5.3.
Ooh. That's a nice IRS from yellow. I believe that's going to be what he needed, the 5.33. Is that
Could be
all
close,
he
yeah,
needed?
that's all I needed.
Yeah, that's going to be a 5.33 for sure. It was a bigger wave from his first one, and it was clean landing as well. So here we have Sergio Luis, the Brazilian rider. Actually, almost made it to the top 24 last year. He's an alternate. He's the third alternate of the tour this year, and he was in top 24 in Chile. He decided to don't be in the top 24 D7 to get points for the GQS. So Diego, as well as Diego Cabrera, they wanted to get points for the ranking, so they decided to pull out of the top 24.
So if he would have taken his alternate spot, he would have not been able to earn points as far as towards the GQS.
Yeah, he needs points from 2 trials event, and he has to do trials event, and he won there last year. Sergio Luis from Brazil. That's gonna be here next heat, so I guess it's a place he feels very confident. And
look at this set coming through right now. Nobody able to get anything.
whoa,
Missed the beginning of that wave. It looked like that was white. Adriano Menguta, who was in second place, and blue ducking out the back of that one, Thomas Toledo.
so Pedro Valim got a 5.5 on the IRS, so he actually jumped into the lead.
That's right. So again, a lay of the land. Pedro Valim is in the lead with 11.88, barely over Adriano Menguta, who has 11.8. Both of those riders are Brazilian, of course, as are most of the trialists here at Itacoatiara. Diego Alberto in third. He's wearing the red jersey. He needs a 4.85, and Thomas Toledo still down there in blue in fourth. He needs a big score, 7.42, and that's going to be the end of the heat for those guys. So Pedro Valim, Adriano Menguta are unofficially moving through to heat number 4, and we are coming on to our last heat of round number 3. Sergio Luis, Lucas Isnard, Bernardo Geronimo, and Lucas Fadria.
That's right.
We're going to be back right now in just a few moments after these words from our sponsors that make the IBA GoPro World Tour possible.